Good morning, it's 10 o'clock, April the 2nd, 2024, and our special Commissioners Court meeting is now in session. First item on the agenda is roll call by our County Clerk, Mary Jane Delgado, Chief Deputy Clerk, Celica Rodriguez. Good morning, Celica.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Good morning.
Judge Rathmo,
Present.
Commissioner Mendoza, Commissioner Morales,
Present.
Commissioner Solis, Commissioner Garza.
Present.
Judge, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4, communications. Commissioners, I hope everyone enjoyed the Easter holiday. It certainly was beautiful weather. It was a nice weekend. So good time to be with the family, and I guess and eat quite a lot of food. So it's also
That's for
but,
sure.
Yes. We'll any other communications? I don't have anything to share at this time. We'll move on to public comment. This section provides the public the opportunity to address the Commissioners Court on any item on the agenda. Any members of the public wish to address the court? If not, we'll move on to our one action item, Commissioner, and I appreciate y'all coming in on short notice. We'll deliberate and consider action on item number 6 is to discuss the status of Zapata County CFC, excuse me, 21-0191 Northwest Zapata Colonia project and consider rescinding bid award to Frank Construction and authorizing to rebid project upon review and discussion of project status and timelines. And we have the consulting engineer, Mr. Manuel Gonzalez, with Premier Engineering. Mr. Gonzalez, good morning.
Good morning.
So this would be the project for the booster station.
Yes, good morning, Judge and Commissioners. This is the project for the booster stations.
It is a Colonia grant.
It is a Colonia grant. The county was awarded $665,000 for that grant for that particular section of the project. We had bid the job out in December. Well, a little bit before December. We awarded it in December, and we've been working with the contractor trying to get bonding approval. And so far, we've not been able to obtain bonding approval to this point, and it's already been a little bit of time. They've really tried really hard. The biggest problem that I've been seeing with the different agencies is that their price was in the favor of the county. It was $795,000, and the second bidder and third bidder were at 1.2 million, or real close to 1.2 million. So roughly about a $400,000 difference between the low bidder and the recommended bidder and the other two bidders. Most of the bonding agencies have not, are not feeling comfortable with the risk putting in the performance bond and the payment bond for the job. And to my understanding, because these are grant funds, we need performance and payment bonds to be able to proceed with the project as is. We have looked at different agencies, and we've provided our estimate, and our estimate was at $665. With the bid that the contractor provided, the county was going to match $130,000 to be able to fund the project as had been awarded. We did ask for an extension on this project. In speaking with the grant administrator, I do have her on speakerphone.
Okay.
So,
Ms. Kendra?
Kendra, yeah. I got her on speaker, so I just turned up the volume. So.
Okay.
Kendra.
Good morning, Ms. Kendra.
Hi, good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Okay, they can hear you. So we did ask for an extension. They did award the extension on that, and on the awarded extension, we need to be able to have executed contracts and have a pre-construction meeting or pre-construction, meeting and committed the funds by May 31st.
May 31st, so that's a hard deadline.
That's a hard deadline. And so if we're having to go to a situation where we're having to rebid, we then have to, it takes 2 weeks plus a third to open bids. So it takes 15 working days. So it takes 3 weeks to bid. So if we were to,
That would put us at close
It would-
to May 1st.
yeah, because if we advertise on Thursday, let's say, right? If we were to advertise Thursday, you're looking at Thursday the 4th, then you advertise again on the 11th, then you would open bids on the 19th. Then, after we open bids, we have to clear the contractors that they have to be SAM certified and all that. And the contractor that had been awarded had cleared all those requirements. And it takes usually, about a couple of days to clear them, but not more than that. So you could clear them that next week. And it would put you close to like the May 1st if we were to advertise now. And then we usually would give like maybe 15 days to get, bond and performance and payment bonds and contracts executed. Usually more or less 15 days, at the most maybe 30 days, right? So then if we go 15 days, that puts us into mid-May.
Right.
And then we have to schedule a pre-construction meeting, that,
So we'll be cutting it really close.
And so we cutting it a little bit close and to be able to move on that with those hard deadlines. The best case scenario would have been if we were able to get it.
Well, and I see the contractor, Mr. Franks, in the audience.
Yes.
So, any progress on that, sir? You may approach, and, you see where the problem we're having.
Yes, sir, I understand. Yes, Vicky here in Brush Country, she's helping me, and she's gonna see another companies if they can approve me, because last Thursday, they already approved me, but this morning they told me, hey, you denied again, so.
You're denied, so
Yes.
you'll have to start the process
Yes.
all over.
Last week, I did speak with her, and she said if they meet the financial conditions, then they're approved. And to my understanding, they did meet the financial conditions, and I spoke to their financial institution, and they said that they met the financial conditions that they had put on there, because there was a conditional approval, right?
Yes,
If you meet these conditions, you'll be approved. And they met that, but then the company, I think, decided then
not to issue.
not to
Bond it.
issue the bonds. And so then that was disappointing, because I thought, okay, then I would probably just said we could cancel the meeting or we table the meeting. But this morning, she told me no, that the company decided then not to. And then so I know I spoke to Mr. Bigler. He's been assisting to try to help them meet the financial conditions, and he's reaching out to the bonding company themselves, because they did put like very high financial conditions, not to the norm, and they were still able to meet them. So I was kind of surprised that that they wouldn't award it at that point, because normally if you're a new company, they'll require you maybe to put letter of credit for maybe like 30%, 25 to 30%, which if you're starting off, then that's kind of, they asked them for a 50% letter of
And
credit.
they were able to meet that.
And they were able to meet that, so I thought, okay, well then they're gonna get approved. And then when I found out this morning that they weren't, I was like, well, then, I'm not, because they're already putting a letter of credit for half of the job.
Right.
And so then, they're bonding them for full, on both the payment and performance, but there's half of the job already there, as in terms of the. Collateral, yeah, like,
Pretty much.
basically, if something goes wrong, they're gonna claim, the bonding company's gonna claim that, so I didn't see why they wouldn't approve at that point with such a high request. And that's why I thought, well, that's why they did the tentative approval, because of the request, but they were able to meet that. And then this morning I found out that I guess they decided not to.
So then that puts the county, we basically don't have a choice now, we need to.
Well, yeah, because I spoke to Ms. Vela, and she said that she could try another firm, but I don't know how, I don't know how soon she can then try somebody else and then get us like information, like if.
Does the county have a week to say, you know what, we can,
Hold it off a week before.
Kendra, is that something that the county could do?
I don't know if we have the time.
Really close to the deadline, and I don't want the county to avoid their special conditions. This would be that is, this is when we're bringing it to the court, with May 31st around the corner. We want to make sure we're giving enough time. This is an addition up to them, but it's getting very, very tight on the timeline if we wait another week.
If you were to, yeah, I mean, you're gonna get close, like real tight. If you were to award, or extend a week, I guess, I would think that, you would extend maybe till Tuesday, because then Tuesday, I need to post for the newspaper. And
For next Tuesday.
For next Tuesday, like, if we're not gonna post,
Today, we took action to rescind, and so we would be posting today? We would be.
no, we would send today for Thursday, if you took action for that, and if not, that's why we try to
But
have.
I think, is Kendra, that's what you're recommending today?
Kendra,
I'm
The-
sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing.
Yes.
okay, so basically, the judge's question was, is your recommendation today to rescind and go out for bids again? Or would they have like, another week till Tuesday to, I guess, advertise at that point?
So we can put in the other agenda
I
for
think
Monday.
that, my
Give them about 4
recommendation
days,
was
5
that
days.
we could proceed with rescinding the award.
Okay. Yeah, so she,
Could proceed with bidding.
okay, so her recommendation is to proceed with rebidding, rescind the award to Frank's and rebid. It's a court's decision, that's why we needed to bring it up, because at our end, it is a favorable bid for the county.
Sure, and.
Because if we rebid again, it may be a little bit higher. I did even ask if we could, have like a joint venture, but we can't after the fact, because I thought, okay, if I could have, Mr. Bigler joint venture, then that would work maybe also. I've tried everything I can possibly think
Well-
of, but there's a lot of rules that you have
Well,
to follow, and we are following.
And when you said it's a favorable bid, we want this project to
Yes.
become a reality, right? We want to help our residents. But the county is short on revenues too. We don't have a lot of funds to match.
Right.
So we were gonna come up with $100-some thousand. If the bids come in at the range that, the other bids came in the subsequent bidding, will that compromise the other aspect of the project? Will we have to compromise, or maybe just decide on one project
And not the other.
and not the drainage? Is that a possibility for Kendra?
Kendra, is that possible? The question was, if they rebid,
Bring up with TDA to use some of that money, on this project.
okay, so if they were able to, if they rebid and they're able to use a little bit more funds, then could they then, not do the entirety of the other section of the project, but maybe a smaller section of the other project? That's kind of the question that the judge had, so that they could use maybe some of those funds and still match some, but not as much as they'd have to.
Yeah, that's an option, and we can definitely bring it up to TDA. We, have a case with all of the costs of this, being as high as they are, so they should be able to work with us all.
Okay.
But we still have to get the bonded, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at this point, Mr. Frank, I think we have really, because of the timelines, we certainly wanted you to move forward with the project. We know you're capable of handling the project. The engineer had confidence in your company. But because of the situation with your bonding, we have to kind of rescind and move forward, I think. And you're, I guess, more than welcome to bid. You know how the process is. And maybe work on those bonding companies to get the financing for you to be part of the project again. But at this point, I don't see we have a choice. Yeah, I think we almost have to send in the rebid today to be in the paper on Thursday to meet the deadlines. Yeah.
Yeah, because even if we wait for Commissioner's Court on Monday, we would have to get that approved before, you know, give
And that
like.
pushes it a week closer to that.
That's why we asked the judge for the special call,
Yes.
because we wanted to give you every opportunity to make
The
as best
deadline.
informed decision as you could, and not, you know, being that the timelines are what they are, and they've kind of been put before us.
I know, and
May 31st is pretty tight.
we've been on the plank with this project for many times.
Yes,
And we've managed to kind of avoid losing the entire project, but I don't want to take another chance and not lose, these monies for this project.
Right.
So I move that, we, you know, fortunately to, rescind the bid award, to Frank Construction and authorize to rebid the project, in the paper and move forward. And is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Garza. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Franklin, you know, it's, these companies, bonding companies
I know.
sometimes are difficult, but we welcome you to get in there
Yes, sir.
and see if we can manage to get you, working.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right.
Thank you, Judge Commissioner.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a
Motion to adjourn by Commissioner Morales, second by Commissioner Garza. We are now adjourned. And certainly, Ralph, that would really help your water situation in that area.
My question was.